Native News Today. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Native News Today. Jason Salzman along with Gerald Wofford. And Gerald, we have lots of things going on this week, and on this program we always like to spotlight our Native Americans doing wonderful things out there, whether it be past, present, or future. And we got a little bit of all of that today, as we got some youngsters doing great things, as well as taking a look at some of our Muskogee Creek heroes out there that have put us out on the map and done wonderful things for Indian country. But that's what we're all about here at Native News Today, and the song remains the same this Saturday.
That's right, and Jason, one special note that we need to acknowledge here on this show, can you believe it? This is show 120.
Yeah, 120. When we reached 100 just a few months back, it was, where did this come from? You look back in all of them, and everyone's special, but we hope 120 will be a memorable one as well, and we think it will be with the lineup we got. And we'll get right started off the bat with Will Sampson, noted Native American Muskogee Creek actor. Was in lots of great movies, The Outlaw Josie Wells. He's most famous for his portrayal of Chief Bromden in the Jack Nicholson classic One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Actually, some Oscars for that movie. So, big movie out there. That's what he's most famous for. But if you ask some of his relatives who called him Sonny, didn't know him as Will, if you ask a lot of his relatives and friends, they'll tell you that his first and only love really always was the painting art form. And Will himself in some interviews would later say he just did the movies to buy himself some time so he could do his painting. So we got that, and traveling Indian country, the highways and byways of Native American life with Gerald Wofford too.
Yeah, we ventured over into Tahlequah Sequoia country. A lot of things always going on over there. The Sequoia Cheerleaders won a special award this past summer and are preparing for some events coming here in the fall and the winter. We also got up with Coach Brent Scott with the Sequoia football team, doing some great things over there.
And we checked out Conchardi at the food class going on there, as well as our weekly behind-the-scenes segment. All that and more on this episode.
Hey, this is Adman. Smoking is the leading cause of preventable death in the United States.
Hey, this is Craig Jeezy. Smoking accounts for 400,000 deaths in the United States each year.
Yo, I'm the Silverback, and we're the Jasper Kings, and we'd like to invite you to join us at the Native Voice for Native Youth talent show and concert for tobacco prevention.
We have too many kids smoking when they're young.
Thanks, and we hope to see you there.
We got too many kids smoking when they're young. Got too many kids.
And welcome back to Native News Today. Jason Salzman with Gerald Wofford. And Jason, it's always great to honor a Native American, no matter what field that he's in, but specifically in the art of cinema. Recently, the Circle Cinema in Tulsa honored a great Native American actor, Mr. Will Sampson.
Yeah, and really you said it all right there, Gerald, that Native Americans in the art of cinema. Well, there hasn't really been that many over the years. Will Sampson was one of the groundbreakers as far as Indians in film, and when I say that, I really mean it, groundbreakers, because Will was, I guess you could say Will was charged, he felt inside of himself, like changing the perception of Native Americans in cinema, in screen. See, before Will came along, it was all white guys getting brown paint on them and putting on a headdress and playing, the almost animal-like savage beast Indian. But that wasn't the case, and Will knew this as far as being around his Indian people. He said, let's change this. Let's have an actual Indian play an Indian.
That is interesting you say that, because after saying that too, he had mentioned, maybe in one of these films I'd like to play an Italian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was Will's way of kind of, getting a little quip in at the establishment. They'd have these guys that, weren't no more Indian than, just Joe whoever, and just having them play these Indian guys and putting on paint. And really, it was a slap in the face to Will, he thought, to himself and the American Indian people.
Well, the reason we bring up Will Sampson is because he was honored recently at the Circle Cinema in Tulsa, independent film theater there, that is honoring all Oklahoma actors. And it was Will's time to be honored. Senator Brian Bingman came out, the family came out. Our thanks to Clark Wing, who instructs there at the Circle Cinema, for bringing everyone together there to honor this famous Native American actor. We did this all last week there at the Circle Cinema in Tulsa.
I'm Clark Weens, and I'm a co-founder and currently president of the board. The Circle Cinema is a nonprofit movie theater, and one of the things that we do here, we like to highlight, as you'll see out on our sidewalk, all the Oklahomans have been in films, and I'm sure every state can make this claim, but we like to think we got some of the best, and obviously among those are those who are fortunate or talented enough to win Oscars, and Will Sampson was one. And we are very proud to have his name out here on our, it's called the Oklahoma Walk of Fame, and this will be lit up 24 hours a day, so anybody comes up here to Tulsa, we're at First and Lewis. Come on by and take a look at it. It says on the window over here exactly what everybody's famous for. And so today, we're having Senator Brian Bingman, who is a friend of mine, who is a Creek, is going to come here and read the dedication thing. And it's not a big thing. We're not out here putting people's hands and feet, because in many cases, I hate to say, as with Mr. Sampson, they're no longer with us. But we would like to honor the fact that they were from Oklahoma and they made a contribution to film. And that's why we're doing this, because we'd like to think Circle Cinema represents the best of film in Oklahoma. And we would only want Will out here accordingly.
We are at the fabulous Circle Cinema here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where a famous Native American actor and state son is being honored tonight. I'm here with State Senator Brian Bingman, who's going to help with the ceremonies tonight. We're talking about a special ceremony honoring Native American film actor Will Sampson. Mr. Bingman, why do you feel that something like this is so important?
Well, the Sampson family and Will Sampson, he's been instrumental in, in Hollywood, as an actor, and I just think it's very important that we recognize him as what he's done for the film industry and what he's done, for the Creek Nation, the exposure that, he gives to Oklahoma, and I just think this is a great tribute to be able to come here and honor him.
And in a way, I guess you could say you have something in common with him because you are a tribal citizen, is that correct?
That is correct. I'm a member of the Creek Nation, and my mother was a Berry Hill, so we're very proud of that, and all part of the family, and just want to be here to honor him, and it's good for the Creek Nation.
State Senator Brian Bingman here on the honor ceremonies featuring Native American actor Will Sampson. Jason, when is the last time that you had a big, thick, steaming bowl of Sofky?
Boy, I don't know, Gerald. That's a tough one.
Well, that's too long.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, to coin that phrase here, the reason we're talking about food is because the people at Concharty, they haven't forgot about that. This last week, they had their cultural day, which they took part in so many things that celebrate Native American life. Not only food, but they had a special gospel singing and the Creek songs that were played that day, took part in games. Just overall, Jason, just a celebration of Native American life.
Well, when they put together things like this, the main focus is to make sure that these things are passed down, that they are not forgotten, that these traditions and customs of our tribe are carried on to the young ones, and make sure that they know how to do things, really. And that's the main thing the elders want to get across to the younger generation is, you guys can't just sit back. You got to be able to know how to do the things that we do. You got to know how to cook the things that we cook, live the way we do, and really how we treat people. So that's a part of fellowship out there that they get ingrained into, and the youngsters get a part of that culture and they really hold on to it. And that's the hope of the elders when they put these things together.
That's right. It's all a part of living the Native American way. And those elders there that you mentioned, able to pass along the language that we always mention is so important to preserving the culture. But there's other facets of Native American life as well. And this part here that we're presenting to you is about the food specifically.
That's a part of Native American life, food and eating.
Well, I tell you what, very few would argue against that.
Yeah.
And we want to say thank you to Mr. Levi On the Hill for giving us this interview. He was leading out in the food class and showed us some of those traditional foods that all of us always enjoy watching the creation of it and how it's all made here. All this at Concharty Church.
My name is Levi On the Hill. I'm a member of Concharty Church. Today we're just showing some of the younger adults how some of the we call them traditional foods are prepared. Of course, they're not made like they were a long time ago, but we're showing them where to get the ingredients now and how they make them today. So, and it's just to pass down some of the recipes that we're all accustomed to eating, but no one has really just taking the time and show some of our younger people how to make some of these dishes. I'm not sure if it's how close it is to be getting lost right now, but we're just trying to make sure that we don't get to that point. That any of these dishes that we have a lot of these dishes at our wall onion dinner every year, and a lot of our mothers they're starting to get older, and we just want to make sure that we can't just assume that our younger adults know how to make them. We want to really just take the time and show them what we do. So, like say, when they come out here to eat meals at this church, specifically at the wall onion dinner, they look for some of these dishes.
Hi, I'm Gerald Walford, and we're traveling Indian country. As we mentioned earlier in the program, we went out to Tahlequah Sequoia country out there specifically. I tell you what, sometimes you have to wait on events throughout the season, throughout the months, and you're around Native Americans and you know, hey, you are at an Indian event. Well, every Friday night during the fall football season, that's happening at Sequoia there, because when they have a home football game, you go out, you see the environment there, you see everyone around, you know that you are with Native Americans, that you are enjoying a great football game. And so ventured out there last week to a game that they had specifically. They were hosting Victory Christian out there, and good game all around and everything. But before I get specifically into that game, we want to say congratulations to the Sequoia High School cheerleaders. The whole football stadium, everything, it's quite an event. You get to see the fans out there, you get to see people that you know, and I want to thank everyone out there for being so nice and kind to us while we were out there and everything. But we talked with the Sequoia cheerleaders because they won some special awards this past summer at the cheerleading camps. They were recognized nationally, and now they're raising money to attend the Orange Bowl game that will be at the 1st of 2009 to represent Sequoia High School, the cheerleading camp there. So our thanks to and congratulations to Bonnie Griffin and to the captain of the Sequoia cheerleading team, Miss Sharice Scraper there. They all got everyone together, the team, and put on a great, I guess you could say, just helping out everyone to get into the game, to keep the team spirit alive and to support the team and make everything great. So our congratulations to them. Our congratulations also to Coach Brent Scott and the Sequoia High School football team, keeping the undefeated streak alive as well. And it was a very dramatic game because it went into overtime and it was all decided by the extra point, which Sequoia won the game by 1 point. So as Coach Brent Scott says in this segment, it was Indian football being played there at Tahlequah Sequoia. If you haven't had a chance this year yet to go to a Sequoia football game, we encourage you strongly to attend one of the home games. You will be glad that you did. So here again, traveling Indian country, we went over to Tahlequah Sequoia and caught all the festivities over there. We are in the Sequoia High School locker room with Coach Brent Scott, a.k.a. Bear, as coaches and the team here like to call him. Coach, everyone is excited in this locker room because that was a very impressive win, and you got to feel good about that.
I feel great. Our kids never gave up. We call it Indian football. We win it in the trenches, and you can't say enough about our offensive line, defensive line, and the whole team in general. Once again, they never gave up, keep battling. We played lots and lots of kids, and they just kept battling. It shows how tough they are.
Well, it was interesting, too, there at the end. Of course, your team goes into overtime, and each team gets the 4 plays to score. You decided to keep the ball on the ground and to push it in that way. Tell me your philosophy, your belief behind that.
We have a lot of confidence in our offensive line. We run an old-fashioned football, grind it out, and like I said, we have a lot of confidence in our offense and defensive line. Have some great backs. A year ago when we were in the playoffs and we lost it in overtime, we probably should have went for 2, have a little bit more confidence in our team. So if we knew if we ever got in the situation again, we're going to grind it out and dance with the one who brung us, and that's our offensive line. So.
Well, they certainly played impressive, as the whole unit certainly did. You go in at the half, you're down, come back out, just chipping away, I guess, a little by little at that lead, right?
Sure. We came in at halftime, made some adjustments. Our coaches did a great job. coaching the kids at halftime, and the underlining message was to them, listen to the adjustment, just play harder, play Indian football, and these Indian boys will come hit you, and we got more physical and just old-fashioned brand of football, but they came out in the second half and were just more physical.
Well, I know that you all have endured some two-a-days in the hot July, hot August sun. What's the goals now for this team now that the season has started?
Yeah, we always have one goal here, and we start the next phase of our season, which is district. We got a tough opponent next week against Vian, but we want to get into the playoffs and make a run at the state championship. That's our goal at this program, year in, year out. That's what our goal is to do, is go try to win the state championship.
Head coach of the Sequoia Indians, Brent Scott, a.k.a. Bear. Coach, congratulations. Best of luck to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
My name's Bonnie Griffin, and I'm the cheerleading coach and a teacher here at Sequoia High School. And this summer, the girls went to NCAA cheerleading camp in Springfield, Missouri. It's our first time at this camp, and they walked away with almost everything. They won the big trophy, which was for the top cheer at the camp. They got the Spirit Award. They won the Herky Award. And those things are voted on by, one of those awards is voted on by the staff at camp for the squad that added the most to camp, the most to the camp experience for the other campers. And the other one is voted on by the campers themselves. And it was unanimous that our girls got the Spirit Award at camp. So this qualified them for a special event of their choice, and right now they're raising money to go to the Orange Bowl and cheer in the pregame at the Orange Bowl.
My name is Shanice Scraper, and I'm from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. What makes us so special is that we are a small squad. We went to camp with only 8 members, and we all do really good because we all have a lot of good skills, but we are a small squad. That's what makes us unique, is that we're small, but we're awesome.
One cheerleader in the whole camp that showed or displayed the best leadership, and Shanice won that award.
We won the NCAA Spirit Award, which goes where the whole camp votes on who was most spirited all 4 days at camp. And then we got the Team Herky Award, which is the NCAA staff votes on who they think worked best together as a team. We got Game Day Top Team, which is where we performed a chant and a cheer, and as if it was game day. And we also got individual awards. All of us as a squad qualified for All-American team. We get to, we have a choice to perform at, the Orange Bowl or the Hula Bowl. And let's see, me and Shelby Blossom, she's a sophomore. We were the only 2 to make it. Everybody qualified, only 4 tried out, and 2 of us made it.
Let's take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll have our behind-the-scenes segment. Our guests this week, 2 special young men from the College of the Muskogee Nation. Hi, I'm Jason Salzman, and we're very proud of our program here at Native News Today. But what you may not know, it's just a small part of a fully functioning multimedia center, the Muskogee Creek Nation Communications Department. The Communications Department is involved in every aspect of media, whether it be print with the Muskogee Nation News, the official publication of the Muskogee Creek Nation, as well as graphic design. The graphic design department here can offer everything from event invitations to banners to even calendars and desk decals. It's all involved here, as well as photography, a professional grade studio where Muskogee Creek citizens can receive discount rates for things such as senior pictures and family portraits. So for all of your multimedia needs, please don't hesitate to come down to the Muskogee Creek Nation Communications Department, located in Altmauge at the Capitol Complex, or you can reach us by phone at 918-732-7720. Let us help you get your name out there. All right, another edition of Behind the Scenes. I'm joined right now by 2 very special gentlemen from the College of the Muskogee Nation, Mr. Miko Tyner and Mr. Taniki Harjo. Taniki is the president of the NASA organization, the Native American Student Association, and Miko is their advisor there. So, guys, I want to thank you guys for being on Native News today. Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
All right, now, Taniki, I'll start with you because you were the first guy to really come and talk to us about this organization. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with the NASA.
Sure. My name is Taniki Harjo. First heard about the organization through the college looking to be a part of a club that was moving and proud to represent the Native American Student Association. I'm a proud citizen of the great Muskogee Nation. Thankful to be elected president.
That's great, and you've certainly had experience in the past in leadership positions. And tell me a little bit just about your history. From what I can remember, growing up in the youth groups and things like that, you were involved there too, right?
Yes, I was elected president my junior and senior year of my district and conference. Part of the leadership there, part of the planning process, planning events, making sure they're being carried out. Part of the officers there with the OIMC since about age 12.
Awesome. Now, Miko, you're kind of the captain of this ship, overseeing all the actions and everything and making sure everything goes off smooth. What's it like for you to be able to work for an organization like NASA and see it thrive with these kids really taking the reins and doing a great job with it?
It's been a great experience for me. When we first started, we started in April about 2008. We got chartered through the OSU system there. We started out just small, about 7 to 8 loyal, dedicated members. The first activity that we did was we put a float into the Fall Festival Parade, and we received 3rd place in the department division. So that was a great excitement for our organization. And this semester we have about 25 students out for the organization. It's been real helpful for me to recruit students like Taniki that are more willing to lend their time to the organization.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing you look at there is you talked about some of the things you get involved in, like the floats and things like that around town, being very apparent at the festival. And as the college grows, so does the organization. So you guys got a lot of events go on. Tell us about some of the things you have going on presently that not a lot of people might know about.
Presently, right now, we're doing a fundraiser raffle to raise money for the NASA organization. We'll be raffling off
a $75 gift card that was donated by the Travel Plaza here in Altmalgi.
Good.
And then second place is some jewelry, Native American jewelry, like necklaces, earrings, a purse, and a choker. 3rd place is a Native American lamp and a little miniature drum. And 4th place is a Bible and a drawing by John Tiger that he donated to the organization.
Very good, John Tiger. That's a great prize there. No matter 1st through 4th, whatever you get, you're going to get something good there. Here, the rundown. So a lot of great things going on at the NASA. Now, guys, if somebody's out there and they're watching and they're a student at the college and they have no idea about the organization or might want to know a little bit more about the organization, how do they get a hold of you guys and go about joining maybe?
They can either contact me or Taniki. My phone number is 758-1480, and my office is at the College of Muskogee Nation, the administrative building. It's the old Social Security building in Altmalgi.
Anytime you see me around campus, just stop and ask me. I'm always looking to recruit new and exciting members into the NASA Club, willing to give their time and effort into an organization that represents the college.
Well, here at Native News Today, we're really proud of the College of Muskogee Nation. We always want to make it a point to get the college out there and showcase all the wonderful things they're doing at that institution. And no better way to do that than to showcase some of its brightest stars here. And these young men are guys that are doing wonderful things, making sure that college gets to stepping off in the right foot. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys off the hook and let you out of the interrogation room. I want to thank you for stopping by the studio and chatting it up with us just for a few minutes today.
Thank you. Pleasure is all ours.
And that concludes another episode of Native News Today, episode 120 to be precise. Jason, we want to thank all our guests this week for making number 120 so special. Congratulations to the Sequoia football team on that unbeaten streak so far and doing so great there on their overtime victory last week. And congratulations to Bonnie Griffin and the Sequoia cheerleaders over there. Going to be making some noise, I guess, at the Orange Bowl later this next year, I should say, because that'll be the first of 2009.
Oh, man, this guy.
Well, a lot of things happening there.
It's a joy to stand here every week, folks. Go ahead.
I tell you, a chance to honor Mr. Will Sampson and his family there at the Circle Cinema. And our thanks to the staff there at Circle Cinema for being so cordial and helping us out at the festivities. Conchardi day, the ceremonial day that they had there, Levi on the Hill, and preparing the special traditional dishes, if you will, there that make Native American culture so special.
Yeah.
So
another you may not know segment here, I guess I could push in while we're before we get done is Will Sampson, my grandfather, and Will Sampson were actually really good friends. My grandfather actually had a great honor of being a pallbearer at Will's funeral here in Altmauge, which is a huge deal. Everybody went through town processional there and everything like that. So, and Paul got a chance, get to know him and have a good friend. And he, hated to see Will go, but was appreciative of the work that he did while he was here on Earth. So that was always a good thing for him, and it was nice for me on that level to be able to have a show here on Will Sampson today. It was wonderful.
Well, at that time you were, what, about 2 years old?
Oh man, I was really young. I met him a couple times, but I don't remember. I have pictures, where he was holding me or whatever, but I don't remember it. Of course, I was too young then. So, but it was really cool to be able to look back and when I get older, I realize all those movies he was in. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It speaks for itself. You work with Jack Nicholson, one of the greatest of all time, probably the greatest of all time, and it's just an unbelievable honor to be able to come across somebody like that was to be in a part in a movie like that. So it's a wonderful job by him, and we're just so glad to be able to showcase his talents any chance we get. But staying with that, Gerald, we'd like to talk about the past a lot. And one of the things I wanted to start on the show was I just wanted to kind of get everybody ingrained on some of the history that takes place in not only on a local level here, which is what we kind of concentrate on here on Native News Today, but national level as well. And for those of you at home that may not know it, Gerald, I bet you didn't know this either. Today, September 27th, in 1827, according to historians, marked the end of the Winnebago expedition. Now, the Winnebago, or the Ho-Chunk Indians there, in the lower levels of Wisconsin, were involved in military battles with U.S. militia then. There's a fight there, and also called the Lefevre War, which the Winnebago expedition officially ended with the surrender of the Winnebago chief Redbird, and under the threat of militia just wiping out the entire tribe. Redbird said enough, we're not going to fight, and he was actually imprisoned, brought upon charges of slaying settlers and people of that area in the Wisconsin area, and before he was actually sentenced, he passed away in prison. So 1827, this date in Native American history was the end of the Winnebago expedition, or the Lefevre War. So you kiddos out there, or you adults that are watching, make sure you know a little bit about our Native American history, even if it's not your own tribe. Make an effort every day to just find out a little bit more about the Native American story in this country and what we went through, and it really will enrich the feeling that you have of your identity. So with that being said, that's going to wrap us up for this week. We'll see you guys, same time, same place next Saturday.
Well, the stories are
They are what they are,
But
Will Sampson, star.
Hey, a little bit of history. Native News Today.
You didn't know that,
Being
did you?
educational.
You didn't know a thing about
I did
the
when you
Winnebago
told me.
expedition.
When was the last time I had history like that?
I don't know. Probably never.
Well, I'm not like that.
Well,
But I did know who Redbird